Hey guys, Generally here one more time. A little late, but I said I would do a part two. So here we are, an intro to G.I. Joe Classified. And let's take a look at the next wave. So if you remember last time, we saw what the first few figures were like, uh, the first releases, and a lot of them had some variants. And now we're going to take a look at the second wave, number 06, 07, and 08. So back here, 06, we finally get Cobra Commander, right? The collection couldn't be really complete or even get started properly without our main bad guy. Then we had number 07 here, Gung Ho, and 08, Red Ninja. Now here, I'll start with a bit of a commentary because I stopped collecting in 87. So already, out the gate practically, we meet up with a character or a figure that I don't really know. So my first reflex was to maybe want to skip it. And I think a lot of collectors have been doing that. The idea of, hey, I didn't have that in my childhood, so I'm just going to skip it. So this was the first, let's say, smaller wave. I know some people might have difference of opinion as to what constituted a wave. I think the first five were really their own first wave, and these three being the second wave. And right away, this guy was selling off because he was an army builder, right? So there's a popularity for those characters that are not really individual characters, but they're just, army builders, like the Trooper, which we'll talk about in the next episode. So let's go back to variants, because let's face it, as collectors, we seem to really enjoy the idea of variants or a special version. So here we go with Cobra Commander, number 06. So the first variant for Cobra Commander, the first of many, was what we call Regal Cobra Commander. And here he is. As you can see, the differences are actually quite big. So just starting with the shade of blue, for many people, this was Cobra Commander. Now, a lot of the figures, as you saw, have been updated. Let me go back here to Gung Ho. Now, obviously, he's very different from, your childhood Gung Ho. Here, let me show you what our image of Gung Ho was. So to us, this was Gung Ho growing up. So did this guy capture the essence of Gung Ho? I would say yes. I would say that first time I saw him, I'm like, wow, that's a nice Gung Ho. It's a nice updated version. Many people were disappointed by the updated tattoo. Many people say that the reason is because that tattoo that Gung Ho has in the original figure, it's actually an official U.S. Marine tattoo, and that actually has like a copyright. You can't use this tattoo without permission. So they couldn't reuse it. So that's why there's a different tattoo on our classified Gung Ho. So let's go back here. So this color just seemed more like the Cobra Commander that we used to. The one of our childhood, the one from the cartoon, the one from the comic book. Now this Cobra Commander was nice, and for me it could have very easily have represented Cobra Commander. But there was something about this guy, something a bit more regal, of course. The gold accents are very nice. Now, of course, the red sword and accessories may be less realistic, but that was not the point of this guy. This guy may be a bit more realistic. This guy really was more of a special edition. And before I wrap this up, I'm going to spend some time on one more exclusive. Now, if you remember last time, we sat for a little bit with this guy, Snake Eyes, 00. Obviously, very, very nice. Probably still one of the most luxurious examples of exclusives. Well, they came up with something that's, I would say, almost as good. And for some people, better. Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. Now, this is number 09. Again, let's not forget that all of these, right, have numbers. They're all numbered. And this one is number 09. Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. And already just the presentation is beautiful. I mean, look at this guy. Like, it's a nice little box, and it's a slipcase. So let's slip him out. Oh, it just feels nice. Now, this one's actually from my own personal collection, so you'll forgive me if I'm being a bit more careful than usual. Box just kind of unfolds like this. And here we have the gorgeous Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. Now, this guy was an exclusive. It was available only on Hasbro Pulse for us here in Canada. He might have been a convention exclusive. You'll have to forgive me that I did not look that up before I started the video. I'm sure you guys will be happy to mention it in the comments. He may have also been the first convention exclusive, but definitely a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. For most people, that's where people got it. And for us here in Canada, that was the only way to get it. I unfortunately was not collecting yet when he came out, so I had to get him second market like many of us. But look at the detail of that guy. I mean, he's gorgeous. Definitely became part of the bar that others had to try to reach. So guys, that's pretty much it. So again, this is just to give you guys an idea, an introduction for those who are not aware yet of all the details of Classified when it came out, those who are getting in now, or those who got in not too long ago or near the beginning, but weren't sure of what came out in what order. Again, I'll try to revisit these and see if there's any corrections that are needed. Please feel free to comment and share. But for now, here we are with number 6 again, its variant. Number 7, Gung Ho. Nice surprise waiting later. And 08, Red Ninja. So until next time, Yo Joe.